So, let's start our 30-minute practice today. We're going to come all the way down onto our backs to start. So, release yourself down. If you don't like the legs long, you can keep the feet on the mat. Just have a little wiggle, move the shoulders out, move any fleshy bits out the way, and then relax, let the body sink onto the mat, close the eyes, and just take a few breaths in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Sigh it out, you're at home, you can breathe. Breathe it in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do one more. Let's do two more. And just release anything you don't want anymore, any tension, any thoughts. Breathe in, breathe it out of the mouth, sigh it out. Doesn't have to be as exaggerated as I'm doing it. It could be a soft sigh. Let's draw those knees in. Let's take them out to the sides, just nice and loosely, and we're just going to roll the ankles out to the sides. So a nice circling movement here. And let's change direction. Just working into the joint space. You'll feel it a bit in the knees as well. Let's bring the knees together and let's just do a small circle, the knees going the same way. Let's change direction. Nice and smooth and steady. Great, let's drop the left foot onto the mat. Let's bring the right foot over onto the left thigh. Anywhere on that thigh that feels good for you. I would say keep the foot flexed, which means keep the leg active, so draw the toes towards the shin. That helps to engage the ligaments and muscles. We protect the knee as we try to work the right hip open. So maybe a little bit of soft padding onto that right thigh. And then release. Don't release from the posture, draw the left foot off the mat, draw both knees towards each other. You'll feel that in the right buttock, so working into those glutes. You can hang out here for a couple of breaths, or you can lift the shoulders, hook the hands through, and lift the head towards the knees. Drop the shoulders down the back, don't hunch them up, and then release completely. Drop that right foot onto the mat, left foot onto the right thigh this time. Again, activate the leg, draw the toes towards the shin. And then gently working, padding into that left thigh with the left hand. A nice little massage or a movement of the flesh away from muscle, bone. And then activate your core here, draw your belly in towards your spine so you're not arching your back and dumping into the spine as you lift the right foot off the mat. Feel it in the left glutes, which is your buttock cheek, and then see if you want to lift the shoulders and the head and draw the hands through to clasp behind the thigh. A couple of breaths here. We're lifting up, we're drawing the belly button in and the shoulders are soft, and then we release. Bring both feet onto the mat. Let's have a little sway with the knees, just a nice small one to start with. Just loosen out of the lower back there. And then hands, arms long next to the body, long and straight. Connect the hands palm down onto the mat and the elbows. Draw the feet in if you want, a little bit further, or keep them away if you want less of a bridge. We're going to breathe in, we're going to roll the hips up. You can start with a small arch, and as you breathe out, try to release vertebrae by vertebrae. Breathe in, rolling the hips up. Keep the knees drawn towards each other, don't let them collapse out. Breathing out to roll back down, breathing in to roll up. And again we get this wave, you reach the peak of your movement and the wave rolls back down. Breathing in, rolling up. Breathing out, rolling down. Last one. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. Have a little sway. And then take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, lift the head towards the knees. Squeeze into a little ball. Again, send the shoulders down. And then release. Now you can roll onto your side to come up to seated, or you can use that hinge movement. So the first thing you want to do with hinge to protect the core is to lift the head and the shoulders. You'll feel the core engage straight away. Then you lift your legs up and you bring your hands palm down under your bottom, and then lower the legs, breathe in, breathe out, and it's a hinge motion to come up. Let's come all the way around onto all fours. So hands spread wide, the fingers spread wide, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll do a few little cat curls to warm up the spine, keep our mobility. So we breathe in, the tailbone lifts and the belly sinks towards the mat. The chest lifts through and the chin lifts. We breathe out, the tailbone drops. The belly lifts towards the spine lifts towards the ceiling, and we draw the chin through to the chest. Breathe in, see if you can get a rolling motion. Tailbone up, chin up. Roll back. Tailbone down, head down. Breathing in, belly sinks. Breathing out, belly lifts. So we get this dipping of the spine as we breathe in, and we get this arching of the spine as we breathe out. You don't have to go as slow as me. You can go with your own breath in your own time. Just try to connect with the whole of the movement, feeling what's going on in the body. Let's release. Let's come back into a little child's pose. Any version. I like my knees apart. Sometimes I have my forearms under my head. Or you can have your arms outstretched and the head down. Let's breathe in, let's pad the hands back in a little bit, come back to our tabletop. And let's see if we can lift into our first downward dog. Tuck the toes behind. Push away from the hands and start to draw the heels down towards the mat. have a little pedal out here, bending one knee and then bending the other. Work into those long leg muscles. You can turn the head as well as bending the knees alternately. Turn the head alternately. And release a bit of neck tension. And then let's walk the feet towards the hands, or the hands towards the feet, soft bend in the knees so that we can let the spine dangle down. So you kind of want to tip forward a little bit here. So you want to start to bring the weight more towards the front of the feet than in the heels. Feel the spine release down to the floor. You can have your arms long, or you can tuck hands into the elbows. Have a little sway by bending one knee and then the other. Try and allow the spine to release down with gravity. Very good to decompress the spine, allow some space, like you're dangling a set of pearls. And let's come slowly to stillness. Drop the arms if they're not already, and then drop the hips as if you're going to sit down. Breathe in to roll the spine slowly up. And release. Here we are. Let's have a little balance. So find your feet, pat them into the floor, and then settle. Find your standing posture. Ground down through the feet. And then either hands to the waist or hands into Anjali Mudra, all the way into the left. I like to turn my toes out and bend my knee softly into that standing leg into the left, but some people have it straight. So we turn the knee out of the right foot, come up on the toes, find our balance, maybe choose one spot to look at, find your drishti, your gaze, and release the leg up. If you want, you can grab it and draw it either higher. I like to do a nice soft tree here. And then we're going to see if we can grow into a tall tree, just like trees do, reaching up for the sun. And then open those branches, nice and slowly. Shoulders soften, elbows soften. Bring the hands slowly to the waist. Lift the knee, lift the foot, and extend the legs straight out and release. Woo! Well done. Have a little shake, have a little shimmy. And let's try the other side. So find your focus. Find your posture. And elevate that left foot up whenever you're ready. If you're having a wobbly day, you can keep it down on the floor and just turn the knee out like this. And that's just as good, rounding into the hip. If you're in tree, that's also good. Let's grow into a tall tree. Keep the shoulders soft as the arms elevate. Beautiful. And then we release the branches, the shoulders soften. Oops, if you wobble, don't worry, it's good for the ego. Draw the hands to the waist, knee to the front, and leg out, stretched, and then release. Woo! Shake it out, shimmy it out. Okay, we're just going to do a couple of small salutations, not full salutations, half salutations. So, standing with your feet just maybe hips width or together if you prefer. We're going to breathe in and we're going to lift the arms out to the side, all the way up. Look to the hands as they meet at the top, and then we breathe out, we release the arms back out to the sides. We send the hips back, we come into a forward fold. We breathe in, we connect the hands with the shins so that we're in a tabletop position, crown of the head long. And then we breathe out, we release the hands either onto the floor, or you can keep them on your shins, or if you want, put them on the floor and bend your knees. So, all those options. Breathing in to come all the way up, either bending the knees to protect the lower back, or strong in the legs to come all the way up. Hands reach above, we breathe out, hands to the heart space. I'll turn this way. We breathe in, we open, we elevate the chest forward, tiny little back bend. We breathe out, the hips move back, the body moves down, we connect the hands to the shins. We breathe in, we lift. We breathe out, we drop the body forward and down. Breathing in to come all the way up. Hands connect at the top. We breathe out, hands to the heart space. One more, breathing in. Breathing out, swan dive. Imagine you're diving into a beautiful lake. Breathe in, lift, elevate the chest, tabletop. Breathe out, folding forward, stretching the back of the legs. Breathe in, all the way up. Hands to the heart space. Excellent. And we're going to come all the way down now onto our mats. So you can bring the hands down the front of the body in prayer, and then bend the knees, connect the hands onto the mat, step back and lower down into a little cobra. So the hands are under the shoulder blades, fingers spread wide. Breathe in, lift. You can keep the elbows bent and stay low, or you can elevate and extend through the arms into a higher posture. One breath here. And we release. Come into a child's pose, so bring the hands under the shoulders, lift the hips. Draw the knees forward, either apart or together. It's your child's pose. And if you don't like child's pose, if you struggle with the knees, go for puppy pose. So elbows are under the shoulders and the hips are high, and then you simply drop the head. There is a deeper version of this where the arms are outstretched, which you could try if you like, but it is quite intense, so don't say I didn't warn you. And then coming up slowly. If you want, you can try this. We cross the shins over each other, so we cross the feet behind. You sit back, you roll over the legs, and you bring them out in front. Sorry, I keep looking down this way because that's where my computer is, and I keep forgetting to look up this way to all you guys. So, where we at? We are coming into our last few postures here. So, bring the soles of the feet together into a nice cobblers or butterfly, nice diamond shape in between the legs. We want to elevate here, lift the spine up away from the floor, crown of the head, and then we can fold forward, and it doesn't matter how deep you get here, as long as you're feeling the stretch, maybe up the insides of the thighs, possibly into the lower back and the hips. Let's breathe, 3 breaths. And as you exhale, relax, let the body soften. Breathe in, slowly lift up. Draw the knees together. Take the left foot long. Draw the right foot in. Maybe clasp the hands around the shin and draw it in, and then use that to lift and elevate the spine again. Breathing in, we extend the left arm. Draw it around. Maybe you can get the left elbow to the right knee, or maybe it's left hand to right knee. Breathe in, elevate the right and elevate the body. Breathe out, plant the hand and slowly twist from the navel, from your waist. You reach that point of maximum twist and then slowly release. Let's try the other side. Left foot in, clasp the hands on the shin, draw the foot in, use that to draw the belly towards that thigh. Have a nice straight spine. Breathe in, release the hand, right hand this time, right elbow, right knee or right hand. Breathe in, raise up, breathe out, plant the hand, twisting from the waist. And slowly release. Let's come all the way onto our backs, just like we started. Again, get yourself comfy, work the shoulders out, and then draw the knees in. Take a nice breath, keep allowing the breath now to soften, to slow, and maybe a little sway side to side with those knees. You can work them away from the body and then work them back up as you sway from side to side. And you'll feel yourself come up towards the waist vertebrae as you reach the top, knees in. As you move the knees away, swaying side to side, you'll start to move towards the very end of your tailbone and the sacrum. Swaying, drawing the knees slowly back towards the chest, and then drawing them away again. Let's do some soft small circles now. Change direction. relax onto the mat. Nothing left to do. It's the end of the practice. So you can just spend a few moments here, just relaxing, releasing, feeling the benefits of the practice, following the breath and allowing some time to just rest. But that's time up for the 30 minutes, so if you want to continue with a Shavasana now, just go to my next YouTube video. That's it's going to be a 10-minute relaxation that follows this class. So thank you for watching. Namaste until next time.